Hey, what is good? What is good? What is good, ladies and gentlemen? Of course, it is yours truly, Mike, coming back at you guys with another video today, as we always do. Magandang umaga, magandang gabi, magandang hapon, which means good morning, good evening, and of course, good afternoon, depending on what time you guys choose to watch this video. Today, I wanted to discuss a very, very serious topic. And, this topic is coming after months of watching YouTube videos and months of doing, it's not necessarily research, but months of just seeing the results continuously be the same. And I've gravitated to the point that I want you guys to sincerely understand and hear me on this one. I've come to the point that I really do not feel that it is a good idea to have a joint YouTube channel with your girl. Like, I see a lot of guys who always have videos with them and their girlfriend and stuff like that. So it's basically a joint channel wherein it's both of y'all together all the time in all of the videos. And I see a lot of foreigners doing this. I'm not calling any names, but y'all have seen them. And it's almost in like every video that you see these two together, you're like, you start to grow accustomed to them being together. But the reason that I've decided personally that I don't think it's a good idea to have a joint channel with your girl, or to include a girl that you're seeing in a video with you, is the simple fact that sometimes some things don't last forever. In the Philippines, if you've been there and you know it, there's a movie called Walang Forever, and there's a bunch of artists and from whatever, and basically it's saying, for lack of a better term, there is no such thing as forever. All right, so you've seen a lot of channels just break up over the years. Again, we're not calling names, but I see it on a consistent basis, and I'm trying to understand why these guys have these channels with their girls. Now, these are foreigner guys. I'm more speaking of specifically coming to the Philippines, meeting girls, and then having their girlfriend sit next to them or be with them in every video. And all of a sudden, when she's no longer there, your audience has come accustomed to you guys being together, and ultimately maybe they'll be able to get over the fact that she's no longer in the picture. But sometimes people subscribe and become an audience member to your channel simply because of you two together, or sometimes in some particular instances it's because of the girl. How good the girl looks. What I like to refer to as that arm candy. And don't get me wrong, I've noticed, and this is for real because I see things. I know the mindset of most people, and I know that most of these guys put themselves in videos with beautiful women because of the fact that it's going to get views. You know what I'm saying? I came across a guy who had a video of him and his girl, or how they go to the beach and stuff, and she's in a bathing suit, a nice little tight body. Come on, man. You knew what you were doing when you made that video. And this isn't just one person, but they know what they're doing when they make these videos, and you realize that those videos where the girl is in these bikinis and etc. and looking good as hell, these are the videos that get the most view counts in their particular channel. All right. Again, Mike, don't say names. I mean, most of you guys know who I'm talking about. Guys know who I'm talking about. And again, this isn't just one channel. Now, don't get it twisted. It's not just one channel. But I'm going to be honest with you, man. Once you guys break up with that girl, you may lose subscribers. That's actually a thing that could happen. Now, who am I to say? I'm not a vlogger and blah, blah, blah. Not yet. I'm doing my thing. I'm waiting for my time. My time will come. But even when I'm in the Philippines, you may see special guests in my videos, but I'm not going to make them a part of my everyday routine and everyday life, simply because I like to keep my personal life personal. You know what I'm saying? Anybody who's in my life personally that I cherish and that I really, just want to keep for me, not to be selfish, but, just because I feel like that's something that I need to keep for me. Who I'm with and who I'm dating and who I'm talking to, that's something that's personal. I don't need to blast her and put her out there for the world to see. Not like I'm a big channel. Don't get it twisted. I'm not a big channel, but I just don't feel like it's necessary for me to throw her in every video that I have. Simply because, number one, I'm selfish. I will admit. I'm selfish because one thing that I know to be 100% fact is, it's going to sound mean. It's not going to sound, I don't want it to sound selfish, but it probably is. But this is Mike's channel. You understand? This is my channel. This is not my channel plus one. This is Mike's channel. And one thing that I know will be 100% fact, people will troll you. You know what trolling is. Come on, man. You know them. The minute you break up with your girl, or the minute you go ghost for like a few minutes and stuff, and then they realize that you're no longer going to return back to your YouTube channel with your girl, you're going to have people sitting there writing their little notes saying, I told you so. I told you this wasn't going to work out. I told you this girl was a scammer, or I told you this girl was this, that, and the other. And you're going to have to hear this stuff on a consistent basis for a long period of time. Simple and plain, two things can happen. You can either overlook it and continue with your channel, or you have to start a whole new channel. And who really wants to start all over? Especially if you've gathered, a nice channel with some solid, followers and stuff in the high thousands and stuff like that. You realize that you're like, this is your channel, you understand? And I've come to the realization that I just don't feel like it's a good idea to have you and your girl in your YouTube channel. I just do not believe that it is a good idea. Simply because, number one, it's just in a guy's DNA to want to try to go after your girl. Alright? They're going to want to go after your girl. Now, I'm going to use my guy as an example. He may watch this video, he may not. And when I'm talking about the guys in this particular situation, I'm not talking about him, which is why I feel it's okay for me to mention his video name, or to mention his videos. He goes by the name of Sentai7. Salute to Ren and Chicks. I mean, we kind of came to know each other through our thing with the Black American Expats channel, and we talked, and I like them, love them to death. They're good. They're good together, and I love their channel, so I'm okay to mention their name. But to keep it real, Ren even said that a lot of these guys try to talk to his girl on the low, or try to talk to him, and these are his subscribers who are trying to talk to his girl. Again, I'm just using him as an example because I know him and I know about his channel, and I know about other channels, but we're not going to talk about them. We're just going to focus here just as an example. He's even mentioned that a lot of these guys try to talk to his girl on the low. Even Jay, the Black American Expat, he's mentioned that people have tried to talk to his girlfriend on some low shit. So at the end of the day, it's almost in a guy's DNA, whether they really rock with you or not, to try to talk to your girl, whether they want the girl or not. And if they don't, I'd be surprised if somebody didn't try to talk to your girl, because then your girl don't look good enough, if that's the case in point. Although I'm joking, but I'm just saying in general, if they don't go after your girl, it would almost be like, I expected it and it didn't happen, I would be shocked. If it never happened that somebody tried to talk to your girl or try to reach out to your girl in one way or another, if you include her in your YouTube channel, I would be shocked and surprised. Alright? So, again, your YouTube channel is your channel. Excuse me. Your YouTube channel is your channel. This is the channel that you made, the channel that you grew, the channel that is yours. And at the end of the day, if you include somebody like a +1 in there, you can almost expect backlash just in case your relationship doesn't necessarily work out. Alright? You can expect backlash if your relationship doesn't work out in the end. Because there's always going to be somebody saying, well, I told you this wasn't going to work. I told you about this. I told you she just looks like a gold digger or a scammer. And then you get mad because maybe the relationship ended amicably. Sorry if I said that wrong, but it ended on a good note and you both agreed to separate. If it ended that way and then you hear these guys bashing the girl, you're gonna get defensive. You're not gonna want somebody to talk about the girl that you've been with for a significant period of time. You're gonna take offense to that. You're gonna be mad as hell, like, yo man, don't talk about her like that in this way, shape, or form, because we ended on a mutual note and it ended good, so I don't want to hear you talking about it because we're no longer together. Basically, what I'm saying is your audience feels it necessary to immerse themselves in your relationship. That's one of the main reasons why you need to keep your relationship low-key and out of the limelight, or the YouTube limelight. That's what I feel. Because at the end of the day, everybody who is your audience feels like they have the right to talk about your relationship, how you interact with your girl on camera. You know, somebody will be like, oh, I don't like the way you said this to her in the video. That didn't seem fair. Or I don't like this, or I don't like that. You know, and that's like your relationship. You know, that's between you and the girl. That's not really between you, the girl, and your audience. You know, it's almost like you're like making yourself into a reality TV show wherein you're inviting everybody to watch how your life unfolds on camera between you and your girl. That's you and yours. Not you, yours, and your audience. So I'm like thinking to myself, long and hard. I thought about this long and hard, and I was like, man, when I start doing my thing, do I want to include, you know, who I'm with, or the, you know, who I'm talking to in my stuff? And I'm like, it just doesn't seem like a good idea, because I see it left and right where relationships are just not working out. This girl has been a part of your staple since for a long time. I'm talking about over a period of time, like 2 or 3 years, she's been a part of your videos, and then all of a sudden, done. So now you're starting your new year having to just be by yourself and stuff, which is not a bad thing. But at the end of the day, you're so used to the dynamic of you and her being together. Your audience is used to the dynamic of you and her being together. So it just becomes a little bit awkward at times, in my opinion. It just becomes awkward when you guys are no longer together. Should your relationship last forever? By all means, this does not really pertain to you. This particular video doesn't really pertain to you in this particular instance. But again, I kind of feel like your relationship just needs to be your relationship. But if you've already started it, you got to keep it going. That's what the audience likes. They love the interaction between you and yours. So hey, got to keep it moving, got to keep it going, got to keep it pushing. I mean, that's what gets the views. I mean, let's keep it 100. I'm not dumb. I see it. And everybody else sees it too. Whether they say it or not, they see it. They may comment on your video, yeah, this was a good video, bro, or yeah, I like this video. You want to know why they liked it? Because of what your girl was wearing in that video. And you know it. Trust me. I'm not dumb. I'm not blind. You know what gets views. Hell, I know what gets views. It's only a matter of whether you're willing to use that to your advantage or not. Whether you're going to use that as a marketing ploy or not. Whether you're going to use that as an attractive tool or not. To find a way to get more views, to get more attraction, to get more audiences, to get more subs. It all depends on you. Now, I'm not against it, man. I mean, hey, man, if your girl looks good, you should show her off. If that's what you want to do. But personally, I kind of feel like, you know, you should kind of keep, if you haven't already started, you should kind of keep your relationship low-key, and you shouldn't really like put it and force it upon amongst your audience in a sense, because it's almost like you may not like the response that you get if you do include her in their videos and people start talking mess about her. Because trust me, I'm a very lovable guy. I'm a very fun-loving person. I love to have fun. I love to do my thing. I love it. I do. You see me smiling all the time, you know? This is a genuine smile because I love making my YouTube videos. But I think that I would really take offense to it, you know, if somebody says something disrespectful about somebody I genuinely care about. That would take fun-loving Mike to a mean, nasty Mike. And I don't like being that type of person. So I kind of feel like the best way to do that is to prevent myself from allowing certain things to transpire and putting my whole life for my audience to see. You know, I kind of feel like that's in my best interest, you know, to keep everything kosher and to keep everything with the audience between us growing and moving forward as we do every day. Now, don't get me wrong, man. I'll probably show you a lot of different beautiful women in the Philippines when I get there. I know a lot. I do. And you'll see them. You will see them. Matter of fact, I'll probably do a segment. I guarantee you, if I remember to do it, I'll do a segment, because there are so many beautiful girls that I went to school with, so many different beautiful girls that I know personally in my life over living there for 10 years that are probably looking for foreign boyfriends. So we might do like a little interview thing so that she can tell you about herself, and if you're interested, we'll see how we make that happen. Even though that sounds creepy, but hey, man, it sounds like fun, you know, because a lot of girls are always looking for foreigners, man. I mean, for whatever reason, but these are women that I know and that I trust to be legit and keep it real with me. You know, I can weed out the good from the bad. 10 years of living in that country has allowed me to be able to tell you the good from the bad. So I know them personally. This isn't some, I'm just going to hook you up in the hopes that it work out, or it may work out, or it might not work out, you know. I got you. You understand? If I'm gonna put somebody in the foreground, I'm gonna put her there, and I'm gonna let her tell her story, and I'm gonna interview her. I'm gonna let you see what the Philippines is really like, number one, and I'm gonna show you how they really feel about foreigners. This ain't gonna be no pre-scripted show, man. I don't do that. I want you to know the real. I want you to know the real Philippines. I mean, sometimes I feel like these guys kind of sort of give you the facade of the country. They want you to believe that it's all like this when it's not. I want to give you the real. I'm just 100% honest with myself, and I want to be 100% honest with you guys. All right? And that's where we're going to leave it. I think that I touched on everything that I deem necessary in this particular video, as in I really don't know how basically how I personally feel about it. I don't think that I would allow my significant other, you know, my girl or anybody like that to be a permanent part of my videos, simply because I don't think that it is necessary to do so. You understand? My personal life is my personal life, and I kind of want to keep it that way. You know, again, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I'm not going to introduce you, but I'm not going to sit there and thrust it or push it upon you and say, look, this is my life, or this is what's going on in my life. Every single thing that I'm going through, whether I got to go to the bathroom, you know, I'm not going to be that type of person where I got to throw it all in front of your face and tell you this is my life. I don't want to do that. I don't feel like that's necessary. So at the end of the day, I feel like I've touched on every single thing that I wanted to touch on, except you already know what time it is, ladies and gentlemen. It's book plug, book plug, book plug. If you have not already gotten Mike the PI's quick guide for first timers to the Philippines, by all means, this is the book for you. For all first time travelers going to the country, this right here is your survival Bible. I repeat, this is your survival Bible. Link in the description below. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have not copped Mike the PI's quick guide for empowering black men to travel more, of course, this is more relevant to those that are of African American race or black in general. I told you, hey, I wanted to make a book that was for my people in the new year, because I kind of felt like my race of individuals travel less than other races. So I kind of wanted to make a book to inspire them to get out and see more of the world. All right, so that's why this book exists. I'm telling you, link in the description below, ladies and gentlemen. This is your year. This is your book. All right. Finally, best book of all, Mike the PI's quick guide on why all men should travel more. As I mentioned before, this book and this book kind of echo the same sentiments, but they are definitely two different books. I will not recommend you buy this book if you've already got this book. Again, I will not tell you you have to buy this book if you've already got this book. All right, so there's no need for it, but this right here is all-inclusive, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just letting you guys know that Mike is an all-inclusive channel. Mike the PI Guide is here for everybody, all races, creed, religious backgrounds, you name it. I do this for my people. All right, doesn't matter where you're from. Shout out to everybody in the UK, excuse me, Australia, New Zealand, Japan, South Korea, China, you name it, wherever you watch me, Vietnam, Canada, where we at? Of course in the Philippines, I mean, wherever you guys are watching me at. Don't forget, this is an all-inclusive book, ladies and gentlemen. Mike the PI's quick guide on why all men should travel more. All right, love it. And that's where I'm going to end it. I really feel like I'm missing some things right now, but at the end of the day, I'm going to go ahead and leave it. Guys, if your channel has already just been about you, I think it should continue to just be about you. But what I did notice, and before I ended, this is what I was remembering. I'm noticing how you guys, I told you about how y'all be throwing that arm candy in the video to get those views. I'm seeing that a lot more with the older expats in the community. And there's a lot of y'all out there. I'm saying older, more mature. I'm not saying you're old, but the mature audiences, I'm seeing that. I'm seeing it. You want to make everybody jealous, huh? With the little arm candy you have for the night, or the little girl you're dating for the moment. I'm not dumb. I see you. You're trying to make it look like it doesn't matter how old you are. You can get you this nice little young thing. And and it's true, man. I'm not gonna sit there and lie. The older expats do get a lot of the young girls out there. I ain't gonna front. I just feel like if I was there and I was your competition, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I don't know, man. If I was there and I was your competition, I ain't gonna say no more, man. Cause if it was me and you, I'd love to play that game. I would love to play that game with you, man. I really would. That's just the ego. That's just the ego in me, man. I'm saying though, but I see you, a lot of you old guys trying to hold that arm candy and put them in your videos for them views, showing all those old guys that think you get girls too. I see you. I see you. I wish I could play this game with you. I swear to God, I do. My hands itching, man. And when I'm gonna leave it at that. But that would be fun for me. I would love that one. I do. I would love it. I would love it. I would love it to play that game with you. Tip for tap. I'm not one of those type of guys who's got issues like that. Cause hey, man, there's plenty to go around for all of us in the country. Let me make that clear. There are plenty of beautiful women in the country to go around for all of us that are coming to the country, all of us that are in the country. At the end of the day, we are still the minority. The foreigner is still the minority in the Philippines. So hey, there's plenty to go around. Ain't nobody got to fight for the same chick, even though I've seen that too. Just weird. Just, don't get it. But I'm good. I'm done. I wish I could, man. My ego's huge, man. On some real shit. If I could go tit for tat with you, I would. And I love it. I would love it. I would love it. Ooh, don't get me started. Okay, I'm done. As always, I love you guys. Mahal kita, mabuhay. Y'all just better be glad I'm not there. Peace.